It's English time! Come on and join me as we learn English the easy way! Hello dear learners! Excited ka na ba for our lesson today? Okay, let's start! Our target most essential learning competency for this video is identify key structural elements and language features of an argumentative text. What is your opinion sa planong pagpapatupad ng ating pamahalaan ng limited face-to-face classes? Do you agree or disagree? Alin man sa dalawang ito ang sagot mo, I won't judge you because it's normal. Yes, it is normal for any person to have an opinion or stand on issues happening around him. Behind someone's opinion or stand on issues are reasons or explanations for whichever side that person takes. So, kung agree ka man o hindi sa implementation ng face-to-face classes, I will totally understand. And I'm sure, mayroon kang sapat na dahilan kung bakit yan ang opinion mo. And more so, alam ko ring kaya mong magbigay ng mga ebidensya to support your argument. Argument means your stance, your claim, or your take on the issue. Arguments can be presented as essays, editorials, letters to the editor, or speeches. For this particular lesson, we will be dealing with how arguments are presented in an essay. Argumentation follows a certain structure. Para mas madaling tandaan ang structure nito, let's imagine the structure of a house. The roof represents the statement of position. Tinatawag din itong exposition. The wall is the argument. And the floor is the restatement of the position. If we are to label it in another way, this is the introduction, this is the body, and this is the conclusion. Keep this in mind, okay? Statement of position requires you to introduce the topic and make it clear what your position is. To achieve this, you shall provide a strong opening sentence that provokes your reader's interest or captures your reader's attention. You will also need to write an overview of your thesis on the topic and the points you will make. Here is a sample argumentative essay. I will show it to you part by part. This is how the topic was introduced. The writer provided a strong opening sentence that captured the reader's attention. The writer also stated his position as expressed on the thesis statement. This is the stand or position of the writer. So for him, aggressive driving should be avoided because it causes crashes, injuries, and fatalities. This is the introduction part of the essay. The next part is the argument. In this section, you can make a number of points. Begin each paragraph with a key statement or general statement. Then, provide supporting reasons in the rest of the paragraph. In the example essay, the thesis statement is, aggressive driving should be avoided. From there, the writer supported this by writing the following. This serves as the body of the essay, where the writer provided reasons to support his thesis statement. The paragraph begins with a general statement that contains the first reason why aggressive driving should be avoided. The first reason why aggressive driving should be avoided is it causes crashes. Then, this statement is followed by supporting details. Hindi lang isa, kundi tatlo ang reasons na isinulat ng writer to support his thesis statement. Let me read the second reason. Another reason why aggressive driving should be avoided is it causes injuries. And the succeeding sentences are the supporting details. And the third and last reason is Aggressive driving also causes fatalities. Reason 1, 2, and 3 constitute the body of the essay. Now, kung babalikan natin yung bahay na illustration kanina, andito na tayo sa last part, which is restatement of position, which is equivalent to the conclusion part. Here, you will sum up the argument. You could make a statement about what you see as a solution to the problem. Make a statement about what might happen if the situation is not resolved. You can also call for some form of action from the audience. Here is the conclusion part of our sample essay. Like in other forms of writing, the use of language is an essential consideration in writing an argumentation. For example, the use of grammatical structures like modals and adverbs, among others, may greatly contribute to achieving a compelling argumentative essay. Here are some of the language features of an argumentative text. Modals, adverbs, evaluative language, transitions, declarative statements, rhetorical questions, and passive construction. Let's start with modals. The use of modal verbs like should and must to express suggestion and obligation respectively contributes to the achievement of sentences that provide support to the main argument. Look at these examples. The public should consider wearing face shields as additional protection against COVID-19 infection. Every Filipino must conserve water, energy, and other natural resources. The use of adverbs like the ones listed also contributes to the attainment of the author's purpose for writing. These linguistic particles help indicate the mood or attitude of the writer with respect to the ideas being presented. Here are some examples. Always, usually, never, probably, necessarily, actually, apparently, certainly, definitely, essentially, in fact, possibly, inarguably. Example: people should always wash their hands before eating. You will never graduate if you will not study hard. The use of evaluative language, usually in the form of adjectives, reflects the writer's attitude towards a certain idea. These words express feelings, opinions, or judgments on what they are describing. Evaluative words, including the ones listed, can have positive or negative effects on an idea. Examples are appalling, awful, disgusting, dreadful, horrendous, incredible, revolting, ridiculous, shocking, terrible, wonderful. The use of appropriate transitional devices plays a great part in maintaining the smooth flow of ideas in an argumentative text. Depending on the need to bridge one idea to the others, these words, also known as connectives, help achieve coherence in writing. Through these words, the danger of the essay sounding like a group of disjointed opinions can be avoided. Examples are because, therefore, on the other hand, as a result, in summary, consequently, similarly, in contrast, meanwhile, furthermore. In this sample essay, the highlighted words are the transitional devices used to help in making the ideas flow smoothly. Another language feature of an argumentation is declarative statement. Why is it important? Simply because a thesis statement is a declarative sentence. Remember that a thesis statement is so important as it states what you want your readers to know, believe, or understand after having read your essay. Kung babalikan natin yung sample essay natin kanina, narito ang thesis statement ng writer. This thesis statement is a declarative sentence. Let's proceed to rhetorical questions. A rhetorical question is a statement formed as a question. Rhetorical questions can be manipulative because they are designed to appear objective and open-ended, but may actually lead the reader to a foregone conclusion. The rhetorical question takes several forms. It may answer itself and require no response. Example: do people want to be successful? It may be used to provoke thought. What if this generation could solve hunger? It may be used to state the obvious. Can students try a bit harder next time? It may have no possible answer. What if there's no answer to this problem? While active voice helps to create clear and direct sentences, sometimes writers find using an indirect expression is rhetorically effective in a given situation, so they choose passive voice. The passive voice is effective in such circumstances because it highlights the action and what is acted upon rather than the agent performing the action. Let's compare the given examples. Active voice. The dispatcher is notifying police that 3 prisoners have escaped. Passive voice. Police are being notified that 3 prisoners have escaped. Surgeons successfully performed a new experimental liver transplant operation yesterday. A new experimental liver transplant operation was performed successfully yesterday. Authorities make rules to be broken, he said defiantly. Rules are made to be broken, he said defiantly. In each of these examples, the passive voice makes sense because the agent is relatively unimportant compared to the action itself and what is acted upon. So there you have it. For this lesson, we have discussed the key structural elements of argumentation. We have statement of position or exposition, which can be found in the introduction part of the essay. Arguments, which is part of the body. And restatement of positions or the conclusion part. Also, we talked about the language features of an argumentative text, which include modals, adverbs, evaluative language, transitions, declarative statements, rhetorical questions, and passive construction.
Thanks for watching!